Previously in Silverstone City, the clock was ticking. Deep within the sewers beneath the city, the heroes found themselves in the heart of Quilla Hexgasket's twisted engineering lab. With an imminent thrum of detonation growing louder with each heartbeat. With mere seconds to spare, they grabbed whatever strange items, documents, and arcane curiosities they could find, and then bolted up the winding stairway. Bursting through the candle shop above, they snatched the startled shopkeeper, Justin Smoldermere, and made their final dash for the surface. Behind them, the world erupted. A thunderous explosion shattered the night, sending gouts of magical fire, debris, and twisting arcs of unstable energy skyward. The candle shop disintegrated in a storm of shattered glass and flaming wax as the sewers below were consumed in chaos. But the party escaped. Smoke-streaked and breathless, they vanished into the shadows of the city and took shelter in the attic of the Drowned Rat Inn. There, as the fire smoldered far behind them, the group examined their salvaged treasures. Arcane tools, scattered letters, and half-finished schematics, and strange devices that pulsed faintly when Angus drew near. Some of them even seemed to react to the sound of his voice. As the group rested, Fancy had a private when you rested, sorry. As the group sat around and discussed that, Fancy had a private and unnerving encounter with her patron. Cloaked in shadow and whispers, the being appeared only to her. Its curiosity focused sharply on the dwarf Angus and stated that there is something odd about him, urging Fancy to embrace him. And when she did, a vision of darkness, chains, and overwhelming fury filled her senses before she broke away, breathless and shaken. And you were left with one command, Fancy: keep him close until we need to learn more about what is going on with that dwarf. And later that night, Fancy opened up to the Underfoot brothers about her powers and the passenger that grants them. It kind of was a nice moment of trust, or maybe warning. Talbot, meanwhile, advanced his alchemical pursuits, seeing the first hints of success in his project. And now, knowing the drowned rat was no place to remain hidden, the party relocated to the Lustlight Lounge. There, they bargained with the owner, Leora Lustlace, and secured a private room for 2 days. During the negotiation, Jade was sprayed with an enchanted perfume that made her very relaxed and easygoing. Now, Finwick, the opportunist, slipped away and bought some matching cologne, secretly applying it to Talbot in hopes of sparking some romantic mischief for his brother. Now, in the midst of the lounge's haze, and the intoxicating perfumes being sprayed around, an elegant elven woman approached Jade. Not as Jade, but as Lady Quinton. With grace, she delivered an invitation. House Brightquill would be hosting a grand gala in 2 days' time, celebrating Lord Ivan Brightquill's 60th birthday. And among the featured entertainers, none other than the Marvels of the Midnight Road, which is Fancy's old circus troupe, would be there. After the noblewoman departed, Jade revealed the truth that Lady Quinton is a persona she once used to infiltrate Silverstone's elite for high-stakes heists, and Fancy was kind of intrigued by that, but uneasy of it, it seemed. But I don't know. That's what I got from it. Her troupe wasn't supposed to be still in the city, so that made you kind of uneasy. Either way, the next morning, on your way to prepare for the gala, you were headed towards the tailoring shop, and when a broad-shouldered dwarf stopped you in the streets, his eyes locked on Angus's shield, and he shouted out to you all, and you discovered that this is Ardent Runeforge, a master smith, and he had some questions. Not only about the shield, but who you were, and after some conversation, he saw potential in you all. But he also pointed out that you lacked enchanted steel and practical tools for survival if you're a group of adventurers. And he offered you a job, dangerous but well paid, to gather some rare materials for his craft. And to Angus, he made a personal vow that if you proved yourself, he'd gift you something that he forged long ago for your father, a piece that he'd never had the chance to deliver. And with that, you agreed to meet him early the next morning to begin his task. But now the sun sits high above Silverstone City. It's midday. The streets are alive with noise and motion. And the next step lie open before you. The day is yours. What do you do?
Shopping.
If you send me those in advance, I'll start each session in an old-timey radio voice, and I'll say the whole thing.
Oh, great.
Oh, please.
Like the Legend of Korra.
Yeah, that was the same thing I was thinking, Legend of Korra.
I was thinking like old-timey, like, previously in Silverstone.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, that is how it's done.
That is how it's done in the Legend of Korra.
Like an old 60s cartoon.
Yes.
I do want to point out one other minor detail, Talbot. I'm going to say you only got about a D6 arrows left in your quiver. Because you've had many a battle and shot many an arrow. So you just need to get them refilled.
Yeah, but I've been recovering them.
Yeah, but you're getting low. You're firing two per
You only
thing
recover half.
for multiple battles. So, you didn't... I'm just saying you're getting very low and you need to be replaced. Because you haven't actually replaced them since I think that's the first adventure. So, it's you've shot probably, 50 arrows by now? Because you shoot 2 per round.
I have no idea. Probably.
Yeah, I think you shot like over 10 last round alone, so... Unless you've got a big-ass quiver bigger than you, I'm just saying, you need to buy some arrows at some point. The day is yours. So, you were on your way towards the tailoring shop before you were interrupted, of course.
Yeah, so... was Jade Linda? Who was guiding us there? I'm assuming it was Jade, where she's heard from the city, but I can't remember. I don't have them in my notes.
Might have been me.
Yeah, it's in Merchants Road. It's called the Threaded Tail. That is the most high-end tailoring shop that Jade knew of in the city. Or that any of you knew of. So, after the dwarf departs and heads on his way, you're going to continue on towards that shop? Is that the plan?
Yeah. I'd like to take a minute and just, wash my face and try and pull myself together a little bit, because the ask is going to be crazy if I go in looking like I'm off the street, truly.
All right. So, you guys pause for a moment in the street as Jay just needs a moment. Trying to fix yourself up a little bit. Get all the grease off of you and the smoke and that kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I got prestidigitation, but yeah, kind of somehow try and, look as clean and fancy as important as possible with what I'm currently wearing.
Okay. So as you're passing through this area, it's a simple street. There's a few little different market vendors just randomly set up, every 30 feet on the street in between various businesses. And as you're doing so, someone approaches you, Jade. All you hear as you're fooling with yourself there, you hear, "Ah, you have excellent taste, both in fragrances and, I suspect, in matters of all tastes." And you turn around, I assume, to look at, and you turn around and see this guy, and just as you look at him, he says, "I was just about to sample a spiced pear tart from that stall over there." And he gestures towards the little stall. "Oh, my dear, would you honor me with your company? I find the sweetest experiences are best shared." And he extends his hand out to you.
She will, lightly put her hand in his and, half dopey smile, because she's relaxed and still under the impression of that, yes?
Mm-hmm. And
oh, yes, absolutely. Link arms, if that's what he does.
Oh, he just wants to take your hand. And he starts walking over towards a little pastry cart. Well, the rest of you guys were held up for a moment waiting for Jade. I guess you turn around and see that. "Ah, my dear, I forgive my lack of introduction. I am Giglin Bidwell, proprietor of the Silverlight Exchange, Silverlight's most prestigious auction house. And you are..."
"Oh, I'm Lady Quinton, just back to town."
"Oh,
What brings you out today?"
"I mean no offense, but you are a lady?" And he sizes you up and down. And you know why that he just means, the title of lady, more or less. Because you're not currently dressed like what he would expect, a noble woman to be.
Oh, absolutely.
To be. But he said that in the politest way possible. A little look of confusion.
I've been traveling. I decided to also exercise my mind, as it were.
And you both approach this little cart. It's just a basic vendor selling a bunch of pastries, different things, and he slides her a gold coin and grabs a few pastries. Do you find that the finest things in life, perfume, pastries, people, are meant to be savored slowly? I'd love to hear your thoughts as we stroll, if you're willing. And he wants to link arms with you now.
She'll link arms with him, but my darling, I do need to make my way to a tailor. But I wouldn't mind your company for a short while until we get there.
Oh, certainly. Lead on.
But I think things should be savored. All things.
He offers you one of the delicate spiced pear tarts, a small flaky pastry, dusted in powdered sugar. It smells of honey and nutmeg. Seems decent. As he walks with you. And I guess you walk past the rest of the group? Or is the group keeping up with these two, or what? How's that playing out?
I guess that's another friend of hers from Aurelius, maybe?
I guess so.
As a group, you guys seem really outwardly friendly.
Is that a bad thing?
I've seen a lot of hugging and affection.
Okay, that was different, all right? And maybe if I get to know you a little better, and I don't mean that way, I'll explain it to you. But like I said, I'm not normally like that. Don't let it go to your head. You seem like a nice guy, but we're gonna leave it right at that. All right? All right?
I'm just saying, and I'm just walking and following them.
Chains jingling as he goes.
Fancy, she stays back and face palms.
All right, as you're walking,
Become.
Mimic just says to you after, I thought you would be better at making friends.
Who? Me?
I just start walking.
I run to catch up to him, and I just walk quietly side by side.
Galen looks at you, Jade. Lady Quentin. See? A perfect balance of spice and sweetness. Much like a well-curated auction. I sift through countless goods to find just one exceptional piece. Tell me, Lady Quentin, is there something you treasure above all else? A keepsake, perhaps, that outshines every other?
I've got something very interesting. And I'm going to I'm going to pull out that one black scale that I took from the island.
Okay. And where was that from? Was that from the Quill Viper, or was that from a lizard folk? I don't remember where you got that.
It was from the lizard folk. It didn't take it off one, but it was one that they shed.
Oh, okay. All right, you hold that out, and he's like, "What is that?" He looks kind of confused, almost disgusted, but then corrects himself.
I think with the right skills, it's a component of something.
Oh.
But I don't know how to use it yet.
Yes, well, if you clean it up nicely, do you know what it belongs to? Maybe I could evaluate it for you.
I believe it belonged to a lizard folk type that could cast magic.
Well, that's frankly beyond anything that I know of as a component. We've had many variety of scales. You know, dragons and drakes and various other creatures. As for lizard folk scales, not so much. But I'm sure you could find a use for it.
Oh, I'm sure. I just don't know how to unlock it yet, so I keep it until it makes sense.
A black scale lizard folk, though. Quite strange. Never heard of those.
Indeed. I think the wildest thing was seeing, like, magic amongst the troop of them. Again, like I said, I've been exercising my mind.
All right, at this moment, I'll say we get to the tailoring shop. For the sake of the rest of the party.
Oh, this is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just me and Kate here all night roleplaying with these guys.
That's what it is.
All right. All right. You come up to the threaded tail. All right. The shop's exterior is adorned with vibrant banners and intricate embroidery displayed in the windows, showcasing the shop's specialty. Let's see. So, the building has a charming facade of wooden shutters, and a sign above the door features a needle and a thread motif. And the exterior is painted very warm and inviting colors. Lots of fabrics and that kind of thing. So you head on inside. And it's an elegant space filled with racks of fabrics, shelves of accessories, and tables covered in swatches of cloth and thread. It's well organized, laid out with distinct areas for different types of clothing. There's a section for common clothing, work clothing, fancy clothing, you know, magical. There's a section for like magical cloth or robes and things like that. And then there's also an embroidery service. All of these things are there. And there's a few various apprentices or different people working about, but the one that stands out the most to you, who as you enter, is this woman, who quickly stands up from what she's doing and comes over to approach you all. Okay. Welcome, travelers. I don't recognize any of your faces. Welcome to the Threaded Tale. What brings you here today?
I'm wondering if I could procure some clothing for the Bright Tail event.
Oh.
A Bright Quill, sorry.
Bright Quill event. I'm sorry. She looks you over. And looks over all of you. You all went in the store, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so he looks you all over, because you all came in as a party, essentially. And everyone except for, Jade's new companion. She looks and does a double take, and she's like, you are invited to that event? The gala?
Indeed.
And then she looks here like holding arms locked with this, clearly a guy with a lot of money. And she recognizes him. And then she looks back, oh, very, very good. Yes, so, what are you looking for? Shall we get you fitted? Come with me. And she kind of motions for the two of you to come over, and she snaps her finger, and a couple apprentices come over to the rest of you all. One is a young man, he's just like, hello, everybody. What are you here to get? How can I be of service?
Well, yes. My name's Fancy. These are my friends, Talbot, Fenwick, and Angus. And, well, we are looking for attire to wear to this ball.
Very well.
I know lilac is the color of the season, but I prefer to not cater to the whims of the public, so I'll just get something in black and silver for myself.
Very well. Black and silver. Are we looking at a fine dress?
I think a dress would be good, and it's also a masquerade, so we'll all need masks, and I like mine to be a butterfly, please.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll work with you. Follow me. Then he snaps his finger and gets another couple apprentices to come over, and you all get paired off with a different apprentice. Talbot, we'll go with you. You get a young kind of teenage girl, and she's just like, oh, hello. Okay, what is it that you'll require of us?
I just guess anything that's appropriate to wear to this ball. I guess anything that sort of matches my current color aesthetic of, very earthy colors, greens, blues, hint of orange. Sort of like trying to think of like how Fancy described what she wanted. It's like I need a mask as well, I guess, but I don't know of what. I don't know if that's anything you even sell here.
Oh, certainly we sell everything like that. All right, come with me, and she hauls you over to a section of the store. Angus, you get a very old man, elderly, probably in his 70s. Hey there, dwarf, you're something.
Hello, young man. How are we doing?
Those are some piercing eyes you got there, fella.
Yeah. I've seen some things. Don't you worry, buddy. So what can I help you with, young man?
What can I help you with, Sir Dwarf?
I don't know
what can
what
I help
I'm.
you with?
I don't know what I'm supposed to be wearing. What's fancy?
You want to look fancy. Right this way. And he hobbles along.
God. Is he gonna come out like a big ruffled collar?
He's gonna. I don't know. I think Talbot and Fimwick are gonna come out like Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my god, orange and blue.
Oh my. All right. Well, he leads you over there, and Fimwick. Yeah, you get an elven man. He strides over and he looks down at you. I see you're accustomed to robes. I assume you're here to get fancy as well?
No. What was
Oh.
servant wear who had to attend to his lady at one of these balls?
Servant wear. Of course, I get the servant. My skills used on a servant. Follow me!
Some shade.
And then he's like, you know what? Never mind. Mr. Humphreys, are you free?
Oh my
I'm free! And instead, a halfling runs over, as you seem to be beneath this elf now. He doesn't want to deal with you in servant clothing. And instead, a short little halfling named Mr. Humphreys comes over.
Oh, that's amazing.
Sorry, I couldn't resist but use that.
I love it.
Anyways, a little halfling takes you over. And is that everybody in the party? This party's so big. I think I covered everyone, right?
Yeah, the only one is Arkin.
Oh, right.
He's not here.
Okay. Well, no, Arkin.
Or is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah,
with
what
ya.
happened? What's... Okay.
He'll be here, and yeah, you just see instead the elf goes over to him, and is talking to him now, and says, "Very well," brings him over, but you hear him complaining about your head better not light this fabric on fire, as his whole head is a torch walking through a fabric building. But otherwise, yes. So you all get you work with your various people there, and it's up to you to describe to me how you guys will just, in the meantime, you don't have to explain it right now, but when the time comes that you put it on, you need to know exactly how to describe yourself, okay? Of what you worked out with them. We'll let it all be a surprise to everybody what you work out with in details when the time comes.
Yeah.
And what mask you come up with. But you don't get it right now. You put in your order, you work with them, you know, it takes a little while as they sit down, they sketch out drawings, and they say they're all going to make it. Now, overall, they ask you when you're going to need it for, and the event is in 2 days, 2 nights' time. So I assume you're going to tell them you need it in 2 days, right? Within 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so they say yes, they can have it ready for the morning of. So in 2 mornings' time, if you come back here, they'll have it all ready for you.
And what's the damage? Do we know?
It depends on the final when the final product is done. But they would like for everyone getting something fancy. They want at least a 10 gold deposit down.
Okay.
And for the servant clothing, it's only. Now, do you want to be a fancy looking servant, or like you want to look like rough?
Well, you got to dress up your servant if you're taking him to a fancy ball, but he has to. He has to still be a servant.
Okay, so 5 gold for Finwick down payment.
Yeah, I'll pay that there for both of us there, so I'll pay like 15 for us.
Okay.
I would have put 30 towards this, so.
Okay. All right. You do notice a few there's a magical section over with a few magical items if anyone's interested in that, or you can just ignore it and leave. That's fine. That once you clue up. You guys have been in
Since you
an
mentioned it, it'd be remiss of us to completely.
I'm just saying, it would catch your eye, right? You know, there's literally a section like magical tailoring section of the store, and it's up to you if you go over there.
Eddie?
Yes?
I sent you a message.
How much gold did you guys start with?
I was like, I don't know how much gold I have, guys.
Well, shit.
Oh.
On average, how much?
Wait! It's class dependent, so just give me a moment. I'm trying to remember. I think everyone starts with like 50 gold or like some starting item, or something like that. Let me take a quick look.
Okay, I'll tell you
50
what.
50 is what's in my mind.
Let's make
50
this...
gold. 50 gold we all start with.
Let's make this fun. Let's roll... You roll a D8 times 10, and that's how much gold you have. Sound good? So from 10 to 80 gold.
Oh.
60.
Oh, good. Okay.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
That's how much gold I have. So now I have 50 gold.
Yes, because you just had to pay 10. Correct.
There you go. There we go.
Perfect. Okay. So, as you go by, you do notice there's 5 different items in the magical item shop. In case it interests anybody, there's the Tailor's Endless Spool. Basically produces an endless amount of thread in any color. Mostly and a +2 checks for tailoring and embroidery. Probably not something you guys care about, but maybe, if you guys are into tailoring. Let's see, there is Needle of Precision. Enchanted Needle allows the user to create embroidered symbols that glow faintly in dim light. Useful for maps or magical marks. And, it grants advantage on any tailoring checks when you're doing that specific type of embroidery or magical glyphs. A Cloak of Fleeting Steps. Once per long rest, you can, as a bonus action, cast Misty Steps. That's there. That's 200 gold pieces. There's a Scarf of Silent Whispers. 500 gold pieces. Grants advantage on stealth checks, and once per short rest allows the wearer to cast Message as a bonus action. And then Robe of the Soothing Threads. 300 gold. When worn, grants resistance to cold damage, and once per long rest, you can cast Cure Wounds at a D8 plus your proficiency level. So Robe of Soothing Threads. But obviously, I guess you guys don't want that, but you can keep that in mind in case those ever interest you to come back.
How much is the needle?
The Needle of Precision was 75 gold. So just out of reach by the sounds of it. But, okay. So as you deal with all of that, is there anything else you would like to do in the shop, or are you all going to up and leave from here?
Nothing else Talbot needs to do in this shop.
Yeah, my business included.
Okay. So I'm going to close off her as you guys exit the threaded tail. As you step back outside into the bustling streets of Silverstone, Galen looks at you, Lady Quentin. Silverstone is enchanting, don't you think? Later this week, I host an auction of gleaming artifacts and precious silks. But you know, it can never rival the warmth of, well, sharing a simple tart with a beautiful lady such as yourself.
Cheap sort of blush up pink. Well, perhaps we'll see you at the auction, unless you're going to the ball in a few days.
The ball. You know what? I will. I received my invite. Honestly, I wasn't really going to attend it. But since you'll be there, I'll be there now.
Then it will be all the better for your company.
Well, I guess you must be off then. Is he picking up the vibe that you want to separate here? Because that's what I was getting.
Yeah, I think it's because I think in my head, in her head, she thought he was gonna like go when they got to the tailor's, but he also got clothing there, I guess.
No, he just spent time with you. Well, you know, he's like the guy at the mall when the girl's trying on all the clothes.
Oh, that's even better.
At the change room, he was literally just there, but he kept a positive attitude the whole time.
That is very sweet of him.
Yeah, he says, well, thank you for sharing this stroll. I enjoyed every moment of it. You know, from the first sight of you to this gentle breeze in the air. Oh, it's been a day. Well, may your dreams be as sweet as the tarts we shared. And he kisses your hand, if you'll allow it.
Yes, and she'll sort of bow to him, even though she's not wearing a dress.
With that, a turn of his cape, and he struts off as if he had the best day of his life. All right. You all stand in the Silverstone streets. It's, at this point now, it's probably equivalent of like 2 p.m. in the day.
Okay, so I'll probably see if I can get some more bolts for my crossbow. Would I be able to get them in this district?
Yeah, this district is basically where everything to buy and sell everything. So
okay, I couldn't remember. Yeah, so I'll just look for some basic bolts.
So in Merchant's Row, you haven't been there before, but I would say asking Arkin and Jade, because you've probably had to purchase bolts at some point as well. Because you use a crossbow, don't you?
I do.
You know the arrowed hide. It would be the place to go. So you're gonna find your way there?
Yeah, I'll take him.
Okay. The rest of you guys, are you accompanying to the arrowed hide? Or are you going somewhere else? Or are you staying together as a group or separate?
I'm gonna stick with the group.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. You strut down the street a little ways.
Can I do something while we're walking?
No. All right, moving. No, go ahead.
Just as we're going along, I do want to keep an ear out in case I hear anything about the circus.
Okay.
If, like just like if there's any little, whispers, murmurs, whatever.
Yeah, as you're walking by, you look for the different bulletin boards or just street posts that might have signs, and you glance at them all, and other than like lost dog or buy my tarts, random crap, you don't see anything of the circus yet. But
and I don't hear no one like talking about it.
Nope, no murmurs on the street of anything to do with a circus right now.
Okay, cool.
All is quiet on the circus front. All right, so you come outside the arrowed hide. It's a sturdy, rustic exterior made of stone and timber, large wooden beams reinforcing the structure. Lots of wooden signs, bow and arrows, crossing over stretched animal hides, that kind of thing. The smell of tanned leather and wood shavings waft into the street. clearly marking it as a place of craftsmanship. And yeah, so other than that, you head on inside. And the interior of the shop is spacious yet cluttered, filled with racks of leather, clothing, armor, various bows, crossbows hung on the wall, quivers or barrels line the shelves, some simple and some glowing faintly. Yeah, so other than that, in the back of the shop, you do happen to see a large workspace where leather is being stretched out, cut and treated. Bows are carefully being carved and strung by a few apprentices. It's just bustling with activity. And the main person to approach you is the shopkeep. Show. Image should be shared. Hopefully. Okay. As you all approach in, I assume you all just lingering while Talbot approaches the main counter where she is. Does that make sense?
Just looking at what's in the shop.
Okay.
Window shopping.
All right. Talbot, as you approach, she looks at you and says, "Oh, good day, sir. Welcome to the Arrowed Hide. I'm Yara Leatherleaf. How may I assist you?"
Yes, just looking to restock my crossbow bolts. Do you have any in stock?
You see she kind of inhales a little deeper than normal. By the stars. You carry the scent of fresh rain in a moonlit glade. I must say it is utterly enthralling.
Yeah, I was. Like Talbot just sort of like is a little bit caught off guard. Just sort of smells like his wrist or whatnot, and just sort of when she mentions the rain, he thinks of like the showers of sea salted rain from a few days before when they were looking for the lily. So like, yeah, it must have just lingered on the clothes there. Yeah, you don't want any bit of that rain.
No, it's quite different. It's the scent. It's shifting. You smell quite good. If I'm not mistaken, it also smells like fresh pine at sunrise. Oh, forgive my forwardness, but it's rare to have someone enter my shop and feel so welcomed by the air itself.
Oh, that's certainly a flowery way of putting it, but thanks, I guess.
She leans forward, making eye contact with you. Your eyes, they seem so bright with purpose, like a hunter tracking game at dawn. And that presence, and she eyes you up and down.
Yeah, he's got a very awkward stance, so I'm curious what she says about it.
Have you ever considered a career in adventuring? Because your aura suggests that you already do.
Yep. Hence the crossbow bolts. I guess that would be my prey.
Ah. Alright, she picks up a finely crafted crossbow bolt, holds it, and starts stroking her one finger back and forth on the arrow.
While this is happening, Angus is just going to look over to Fancy and just shove his hand out in the air, saying, like, see?
That's unusual. I don't really know what's happening. She looks to Fenwick. Hey, have you any idea?
What is Fenwick doing? Like, even though Talbot is not looking back at Fenwick during his interaction with me, the player, want to know what sort of look does Fenwick have during this, entire scenario.
Fenwick is hands behind his back, looking at the shelves and the items, and I'm looking at you through a side eye, peripheral only. And when Fancy says, "Do I know anything?" I just say, "No."
Insight check.
So I look over to Angus and I say, it seems all the evidence points to it's true, but this is odd behavior. We'll see if it continues.
Angus just shake his head and look forward.
As she's stroking the crossbow bolt, she's just like, yes, these bolts are fletched with silver eagle feathers. A personal favorite. If I may be so bold, I think they'd match you perfectly. Not just in function, but flair, wouldn't you agree? As she hands one over to you.
Yeah, you're the expert, so I'll take your word for it.
She nods and then says, would you like to try one? I'd enjoy seeing how true your aim already is, or how we might refine it together.
Yeah, sure. I've got no problem with try before you buy. So, what's the target?
Follow me. And she does a whistle, and the other apprentices move from out back to now watch the shop, to keep an eye on all of you guys, make sure you're not stealing stuff, or in case you want to buy something. And she leads you out back of the store.
Where is he going?
So, as you guys are leaving, I say this loud enough for you both to hear. Delbert, you're free for 2 days. And then I just leave.
And then I'm just gonna look at Fancy, just dead in the eyes.
I'm just gonna look right back at you and shrug. I don't know. This is bizarre, but I'm gonna follow Finwick because I want to know where he's going.
I'm gonna look to Jade. What are we doing?
And the party splits.
I think we stay here, unless Talbot says go. But everyone's been so nice today.
Must be something in the air.
I'm still drugged. Everything's cool with me.
Oh my lord.
Okay, you make your way out back of the shop, where it's a fenced-off area, and there's multiple targets set up out here. And different target dummies, some with like old leather on them, leather armors and stuff, that were set up for display purposes. And she hands you a quiver of the arrows that's appropriate for the type of crossbow that you have. And she goes, go ahead, take some aim.
Okay, if you insist.
So as soon as you go aim, and you're aiming up your shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
She steps in, and she says, and she places her hand on top of your hand, like your trigger hand, that's holding the crossbow.
Yeah.
And she like lowers it slightly by like a hair, because you're pretty skilled. You were probably not even off target anyways. She just does that, slow, like lowers it about a hair. Your touch is quite sure, isn't it? I'd wager the same steadiness guides your heart. Perhaps even towards something or someone worthwhile. Tell me, would you care to share what that would be?
Yeah, like, I mean, you seem very forthcoming and forward, so I feel reason that should not be the same. Yes, I am working towards something for someone I care about deeply.
Oh. And might I ask who that someone is?
It's my brother.
Oh, you see a sigh of relief over her face. And she takes her hand away and just nods for you to take your shot.
Okay. Do my shot. I don't know if you want to roll or anything. Or...
Well, you can just roll, just see how good you are. Whether you botch it or something. You might get a nat 1, which would be funny.
This is why I was going to say, let's just see what happens. 22. There we go.
Yeah. So that's a precise hit on the dummy. Perfectly where you would want it to. Whew. She gives a polite clap. Well, I'd like to claim it was the arrows that made the aim so true. However, I don't think that's the case. I think any in your hands and you'd find the target.
Oh, well, I mean, you did help line up the shot, so I guess I can't take all the credit.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Oh, Talbot. Talbot Underfoot.
Well, there's quite a small awkward moment where she's, oh, very well. Come inside and we'll fill up that quiver for you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so you head inside. She fills up a quiver of these crossbow bolts and then hands it over to you.
Oh, thank you. How much do I owe you?
Oh, no, you've been such great company. They're on me. No charge today.
No, please, there must be something.
She stops for a moment. You can see her thinking. You know, Talbot, I've enjoyed every moment of our little exchange, but I find myself more curious about your tales. If you're free this evening, just after nightfall, would you care to accompany me to the Starlight Dance Pavilion? I hear the moonlight weaves magic into every story that's told there. I'd love to hear your adventures while I stretch my legs somewhere beyond these shop walls.
I suppose, do you have any directions to where I can find the pavilion?
Oh, yes, it's in Mirthvale, the Mirthvale district, and she'll give you a couple other various directions of exactly how to find it. Street names and numbers, which are arbitrarily important. Oh, is that a yes then?
Well, yes, consider it a payment for the, bolts and, your company.
Wonderful. You simply must see the Starlight Dance Pavilion tonight. And she smiles, gives you a bit of a bow. Come to the garden's entrance just after nightfall. I'll be waiting by the vine-draped archway. Wear whatever makes you at ease tonight. I just want to see you move amongst the flowers and the stars. And I can't wait to hear your tales beneath the sky.
Same. I guess I'll see you then.
She smiles and turns to go back to her work, but also takes a few steps and then does a look over the shoulder to look at you with a bit of a smile, doing her one last look before she returns to her work.
The tower just sort of leaves because no one else is in the shop at this point. Are there, or did anyone stay in the shop?
Oh yeah, the Jade and Angus are still in the shop.
Yeah, so go over there. So just
You come out and it's just me talking to the guy behind the desk. I'm just like, no, I want your broken arrows, not the ones that work.
We don't sell broken arrows, dwarf. You know what? Go out back in the archery range and pick up any broken ones you find. You may do that.
Guys, no value there. Just storm out.
yeah, the servers here are so friendly. I didn't even have to pay anything for the bolts, and she wanted to meet later.
Oh.
She wanted to hear something about tales of adventure, but not sure if I have anything there. I guess I'll have to think about it.
Yeah, if only we fought some robots or something recently.
Yeah.
Oh, true. There. Oh,
Or
I
sea
guess.
creatures.
True, but I guess I don't know how to really tell a good story, though.
I think you tell them about the parts they're interested in and the parts that you did really well in. And then that's kind of that.
I guess. I'll see what I can do. But where'd everyone else go?
Finwick said you were okay for 2 days and left, and then Fancy left after him.
Oh. Don't know what he means by that, but okay.
Okay, so how far did Fancy and Finwig
Oh,
go?
I was only outside sitting in the sun.
Oh, okay.
Outside the shop, if there was a bench or a patch of grass or
Oh,
a tree or something I could sit on.
For sure, yeah. So if they left the shop, they would see you then.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, you all meet up there on the street. Both Jade and Talbot looking. Well, normally you're kind of. This has got you feeling very relaxed and easygoing, but I bet I'm mixed in with that now. Talbot might have a bit of confusion on his face, but
absolutely. I mean, Talbot would never have been as receptive as that, despite how awkward he was. So it's like a bit out of character for him, despite remaining oblivious the entire time.
At this point, pushing closer to 3 p.m. Is there anywhere in particular you'd like to go?
I would be have an eye out for any blacksmith shops on the way. Nothing in particular. I'm just looking to see if I can see someone that has yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It's just a blacksmith shop.
For sure. Yeah, there is. Well, tomorrow morning you're going to be going to. Well, you said you would meet the other guy, but that's probably out of your price range. If you're looking for something more on your level, there's the. There is. Well, because. Go ahead.
I'm not looking for something in specific. I just need to.
Yeah. There is Hammercrest Forge.
I'm just gonna duck in there. You don't have to roleplay if you don't want to. I just want to go in and see if they got any scrap metal, ingots or something. Something that's not forged.
For sure. If you just want to pass over it, I'll say the owner's not there. If you just want to do it real quick, but scrap metal for sure. So you can just mark down how many gold worth of scrap metal you want to buy. Just whatever you feel is appropriate. It's not really a common thing. It's so you just pick. You make it up.
I pick. I got 20 gold.
Let's say you don't even go in the shop. You just walk around back. You see a bunch of people smithing, and it's a bunch of big heap of scrap metal, and you go ask the guy, and he essentially gives you a rate. And he's just one of the apprentices that works there. And you load yourself up with some scrap metal. After you guys depart that little short detour, what's the plan? Are you going to explore more of the city, return back to the place, or get something to eat, or call it a day? Do you? There's one thing about this city is the more you walk around, the more things you stumble upon. So it's up to you.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe back to the place.
Okay. So you're still in the merchant district. As your party weaves through the sunlit bustle of the market squares, making your way back towards the Gutters End district. The air is filled with, hawkers' cries and the clang of blacksmith hammers in the distance, and you hear a sudden squeal of excitement. Fancy? Oh my gosh, it's really you! It's really you! And a small blur rushes across the cobblestones and nearly collides with you, blindsiding you off through the crowd. Barely 3.5 feet tall, wild curls and eyes as wide as saucers. The girl is maybe 9 years old. Cheeks smudged with street dust and hands clutching a too heavy satchel bursting at the seams.
Oh, hello there. Careful now. And I reach, she's taller than me. So I'm just going to try to steady her.
Nice. The music's a little loud. Okay. All right, you steady her. Oh, hi. Oh, my name is Nellie. Nellie Kettlebloom, and I love you. She says, kind of hopping in place.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you here with your parents?
Oh, no. She just looks around for a minute. There's like, you don't see any parents around. You're the best dancer in the whole world. I saw you when you performed in the circus. I've been dreaming about you ever since.
Well, thank you. It's a mighty fine compliment, but I'm sure there's other dancers out there that are better than I am, but thank you all the same.
No, there's no one better than you.
Are you on your way somewhere? Can I help you with anything?
Just saucer-eyed looking up at you. Like, dude, she's so infatuated with you. She goes, before... She drops her satchel and then begins to digging into it frantically. Wait, before you go, I drew you. You know, I draw you all the time.
Oh, I'm flattered.
And out comes
Can I see?
Fistfuls of crumpled parchment, some of it colored with charcoal, others faded wax pigments. She then fans them out on the cobblestone streets in front of you, all like prized treasures. And then one by one, she starts to hold them up. The first shows a familiar image. You, arms outstretched mid-leap. However, your wings aren't, delicate or normal as they are. They're kind of vast and twisted and made of dark shadow with curling smoke on the end. And streaks of silver thread like moonlight that are beaming through the fog around you. And the lines are rough and childlike, but it's undeniably you.
So obviously a little unsettled, but I know what it is that she's drawn. I'm surprised that she captured it, because to my knowledge that's not visible to anyone. But I will smile at her, and I'll take the picture that she's holding, and I'll tell her, well, this is really lovely. You captured me so beautifully. You are quite the little artist.
Thanks, I try. I took up drawing more seriously ever since I seen your performance. Yeah. And look, there's this one. And she scrabbles through, grabs the next one, holds it up to you. It's a picture of you, hovering over a battlefield littered with broken swords and lifeless bodies. Your eyes are glowing like stars. The same wings, as described in the last picture, are spreading wide over the dead. But you're not sure if your interpretation of it comes that you're claiming the bodies below you, or maybe you're protecting them.
And this isn't from a past thing.
What's that?
This hasn't happened. Like, has this happened to me in the past?
No, it has not.
No. Okay. It's very interesting how you drawn me here. Over in this battlefield. Did you dream this?
Yeah, I just, like I said, I see you in my dreams, like almost every night you're dancing, but you're not for people. Most nights you're just dancing in the dark. Sometimes there's like 2 stars that are watching you. Sometimes the stars cry.
Well, I do like to dance alone. I used to do it a lot when I was younger. I'm gonna reach up and I'm gonna touch the side of her face with my hand and see if I get anything.
Okay. You're trying your rogue abilities again?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Because kind of what happened with Angus, I'm gonna touch her and see.
You touch her, and the only thing that happens is it's like, you know what's like with an electrical shock when you touch somebody and you get a shock?
Yeah.
It's like that, except it lasts for like much longer. Like after, it's like a shock that lasts for about 4 seconds. And it's like you feel it go right through your body.
Oh, I'm sorry if that hurt you.
Oh, what? No, I didn't feel anything. Oh, you have such soft hands.
Thank you. I'm glad it didn't hurt you. I'm sorry. You said your name was Nellie. What was your last name again?
Kettle Bloom.
Kettle Bloom. Are you from here, Nellie?
Yes, I'm from here.
And you said your parents aren't here, but do you have parents, Nellie?
Yeah, I got parents.
All right.
They're always busy working.
So what
And
do
they're
you do
boring.
during the days?
They're boring. But at least they were nice enough to take me to the circus. That was the
I'm
best,
glad you
best
came
night
to
of
the
my life.
circus. I wish I knew you were there.
Oh.
I won't be performing anytime soon in it, but if I do come this way and I do perform, I'll be sure to try and find you and let you know.
Okay. Oh, one more. And she reaches in her bag, pulls out another picture, and hands it to you.
Okay.
This one shows the ruins of a town. The rooftops are burned and crumbled. Streets are cracked. And the sky above. There you are again, flying. The lines seem shakier in this one. Like Nellie didn't know if you were flying in to save what remained, or if you're the one who left it in ruins.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like point at the paintings or the drawings. Nellie, were you scared when you drew these drawings of me? Did any of them seem frightening to you?
A little at first, but it's okay. I know you're good, and you're also so pretty when you turn into shadows.
You saw that? Not many people can see that. I whisper that real low.
And as you lean in, she then, now that you've closed a little bit of distance, she hugs your leg gently. And, yeah. Then she just lets go. Okay, I know you're probably busy. You have somewhere to go.
Well, listen, Nellie. I am a good person, and I will do whatever I can to protect whoever I come across. But I want you to stay safe. You hear?
Roll
You listen to your parents.
Roll perception for me.
Okay.
Also, my music stopped. I don't like it.
Perception. Hold on now. Where is perception? Oh, it is. Oh. I am going to use my inspiration.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully I roll better. Gee, no, not meant to be.
You look
better.
back, you just see me talking to Fenwick, be like, she's a hugger.
Okay, you rolled persuasion the second time, but either way.
Oh, sorry.
I think you rolled
sorry,
a 3 on the die, so 3 plus 2
I did
is still
roll a
only
3
5.
on the die.
All right.
They're both plus 8.
It says your perception's only plus 2.
Oh.
Your persuasion is plus 8.
Oh, ignore me. I was looking at performance. Yes, perception is plus 2. You are correct.
Okay.
I am done.
So many skills that start with P. It's so easy to get them confused.
For sure, yeah.
When Angus says that, the hugger thing, Fenwick says, "Not if you're fast enough," and just walks away from him.
Okay. Well, she gives you a nice smile, and just gives you a big wave and backs off towards the crowd. And scrabbles up what drawings she had, puts them back in her bag, and then... You know what? Actually, I'll get everyone to roll perception. It's going to be a higher difficulty. I just thought of it. It would make sense for everyone else to roll as well.
Can I ask Nellie for one of those paintings or drawings?
Oh, yeah. Before she scrabbles off, you can ask her. So far, I wouldn't say anybody passed. Will anyone roll high?
It's the only one person rolled double
I
digits.
I got a 22.
22 is decent.
Well, the one with the +8.
Is that high enough?
Yeah, +8.
Very perceptive.
Okay. I'll just say it out loud because we can't whisper here. It's kind of annoying, but the rest of you can roleplay it, I guess. You did happen to notice when she was hugging the leg of Fancy, she slipped something into Fancy's, I don't know if you have pockets or a backpack or what, but...
I've got pockets. I have pockets everywhere.
Yeah, so in one of the pockets on her person, she slipped something. It looked like another piece of paper.
Okay.
And, Nellie, but before you go, do you mind if I have one of your drawings to, remember you by?
Oh, here, take them all. Take them all. And she takes them all out and gives them to you. I'm trying to draw more every night.
Okay. Well, listen, you try and get some sleep, and, I know you're going to be a famous artist one day, and I can't wait to see what you'll do.
She just don't even know what to do with herself. She looks like just wide-eyed and a little super fan.
I give her a little pat on the head. All right, you go on now.
So as that kid runs off, Fancy, the world around you dulls for a moment. Sounds become distant. A hush falls over the area as shadows stretch unnaturally around your body. Now, nobody else sees this, of course. Everything seems to freeze around you and go blurry, except for you see this in front of you. What is this? As she watches the child run off into the distance and get lost in the crowd.
She saw you and me, drew it.
Who is this child that sketches your silhouette in ash and dream? It kind of makes me feel reverberated, like a thread of shadow pulled loose from your weave. Yet I did not pull it.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, she sees your echoes. Echoes of you without knowing the dance. Her fingers trace our steps with oh so much exquisite precision. She is no artist, yet she reflects the art. Unformed, raw, unclaimed. That should not be.
I'm frightened of what she drew.
Yes, I guess you are. But oh, how exciting, yes?
Is it because of you? Will you make me do these things?
Oh, who knows what the future has in store for you. And for me. But you can bet it'll be marvelous. And she vanishes back into the shadowy alley nearby, just making eye contact with you as her half vapor body just disappears.
I don't break eye contact. until she disappears.
And she is gone. And the rest of you just seen Fancy stand there again, talking to some unseen person.
I have context now, so I'm okay. But I will go over and be all like, I guess a little visit from a friend of yours.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yes. That was a pleasant meeting with a fan of yours, though. Come here for a moment.
All right. I have the drawings in my hand, and they're kind of like loosely at my side, so you can see what they are.
Not even looking at that. Like as you get closer, I'm going to like slip my fingers into the top of your boot and pull out the
Hold on. You gotta ask.
Hello.
Yeah, and so without even reacting to that, as you do that, sort of pulls out the slip of paper, such as, I don't know why she felt the need to hide this, but here, and just sort of not even looking at it himself, is just going to hand it up to you.
Yeah, I'll kind of open it with just me and Talbot.
You told both me and Talbot in the room the night about that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the two of us.
Only
I still
you-
didn't come over, but I just wanted to remember that I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do know.
Are you going to look at
And I
the...
think my hands are kind of shaking a little as I open it.
Okay. You open it. This one's folded nicely, not crumpled. Like it was taken care of. It slides out, you unfold it. And it's the most peaceful of the set. In it, you sit on a moonlit stage, shadow wings folded behind you. You look very tired and exhausted, but you're smiling.
Oh, I wish that wouldn't happen during the day around everybody else. Makes it difficult to get things done. All right, I'm done. Let's go.
And you've noticed in the past, the few times you've had moments with your patron, they've been much more discreet, but it seems like it's been ramping up.
Yeah, they don't really care anymore.
Ever since you've decided to branch off and from the circus troupe, it seems things have been taken up a notch.
Well, I apologize for that little episode. It shouldn't happen again. Where were we going?
Yeah, you're just making your way back. So I guess you guys
You're
continue.
actually going here.
You guys are making your way back. You pass through several businesses, and you're at the point, the junction between where this district kind of passes and will transition into the Gutters End district. And when you're there and you approach that area, you hear a voice off in the distance, kind of raw and emotional, crackling with passion. You hear, "And they call it mercy," the man bellows. "They hide in the cliffside tomb, brewing poisons and whispering to corpses, and they call it mercy." And as you round the corner, head towards the square, you find, who would share image. You find that man that you recognize standing atop an overturned crate, clutching a tattered scroll in one hand and jabbing a shaking finger skyward with the other. His cloak flaps wildly in the wind, and sweat glistens on his reddened face. He's been yelling for quite some time, you can tell. His throat's a bit hoarse. And, beneath him, a crowd has gathered. Dozens. Common folk, all stripes, stall vendors, dock workers, shopkeepers, a few well-dressed citizens who likely stopped out of curiosity. Most wear an expression of unease, others show righteous anger. Murmurs ripple through the group. You catch snatches of sentences from amongst them. They say he's telling the truth. And someone else, death cult, that's what I heard. And then, my cousin knew someone who went up there and never came back. And children sit on windowsills, wide-eyed. A group of teen boys cheer on this man, public speaking, with loud whistles and calls. Some of the elderly shake their heads in silence, and one man clutches a battered pamphlet. And you look around, and several people in the crowd now, you notice, have pamphlets in their hands as well. Ignore it, walk past it, or get closer?
I look over to Finwick to see what his response is to this.
As do I.
Utter not caring. Just going to keep walking by like this is normal day to day.
Okay. All right. Very good. So I'm going to roll something here.
As we walk by, I'm
Yeah.
going to kind of, unless Talbot wants to do something, I'm going to come up and position myself between Finwick and the crowd.
Okay. So as you're walking by, you're going to put yourself between...
Yeah,
yourself
I'm going to
and-
put myself in between the two.
Okay. All right. So that was a roll.
And I'm going to glare at the man as I'm walking, as I'm going by.
So you glare, and
Yeah.
after he's scouring the crowd, and then he makes eye contact with you, and then suddenly his head kind of goes sideways, and then standing right behind you, and with that 14 perception roll, he then notices Finwick walking beside you, who's not even looking at him, ignoring him, just walking on. He says, "People of Silverstone, this man, and he starts pointing towards Finwick. They are a death cult, hidden behind stone and silence. The Order of the Red Lily, they call themselves. Sounds poetic, doesn't it? But let me show you what they really are." And he holds up a sketch of a dirge lily, exaggerated and stylized to look grotesque. "A flower that feeds on the dead, used by men like him to poison the sick and silence the suffering. They call it mercy. I call it murder." There's a pause. Well, there's a pause to see if you guys are doing anything, or you continue walking. And right now, the crowd at this point all shifted and are staring at you all, particularly Finwick, who he's trying to point out and got the robes on as he's walking. You're all walking by. Majority of the crowd all shifted their gaze and are all staring at you. You're getting like a mix of expressions. Some are just blank expressions, but there's a lot filled with like anger and rage. But go ahead, and what were you going to say?
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. What's the tone of the crowd?
Oh, okay.
One thing I like to say, like as the attention being cast there on Finwick, such as, Mr. Rockwell, we meet again.
Oh,
Perhaps silence is something you should practice more yourself. You speak of things you do not know.
Oh, things I do not know, you say? He holds up a crumpled piece of paper, stained and shaking in his grip. Right here! And he points to it, looking at you, Talbot. Waving it for everyone to see. Records, names, souls taken with no trial, no care, no hope. Who gave them the right to decide whose lives, who gets to live and who dies?
As you were already told, all of these people made the choice themselves under no coercion.
You notice now with this, the crowd responds with a rumble of anger or some gasps, and some are just looking at this back and forth between the two of you. Okay, and then someone in the crowd pipes up. "How many others, Duncan? Tell us! Tell us!" And Duncan turns, looks over the crowd, and then back to you all. "Too many. And I will not be silent while the city welcomes killers in monk robes, or those who support them." And he points his piece of paper at your party.
My good sir, are you persecuting a religious order? Is that what I'm hearing?
There's nothing religious about them. It is a blight on our region and our people.
And what holy man are you to say that it is or isn't? I kind of look to the crowd to see if any of them are wearing religious symbols.
Give me a perception check. It's a big, dense crowd.
Okay.
Nothing particularly. A few people might have, like, just a small religious pendant or two, but there's no, like, full-on priests or any people of cloth or anything that you can notice right now. Yeah, the minor little, like, essentially cross around the neck or something, or like a tattoo of a religious symbol on their arm or something like that. It's probably the most you pick up with that. What was the last thing you said? Because I had a response for it. I can't remember.
I asked what manner of holy man he was to make this
right.
decision.
So to reply to that, he says, I don't need to be a holy man to see evil. We all know evil when we see it, don't we, people? And he's like trying to rally up the crowd and make them freak out. I would like... let's see. The two who have been speaking have been Jade and Talbot. So whichever of one of you guys got the best persuasion, the other one can... Okay, you can roll with advantage. Essentially, one of you are assisting the other. So what's your guys' persuasions?
Yeah. My persuasion is actually quite bad, but I mean, I don't mind, rolling if it makes sense.
I have a +1.
More than me.
All right, so Jade, you can roll. You roll with advantage.
Okay.
Okay, now
I know what I'm going to say, though, as long as it's not terrible. Can I use my inspiration? I don't have one, never mind.
No, you don't have it. Use the last game.
Can I give her my inspiration? I have one.
No,
you should have rolled.
Okay.
Yeah, the only reason I let the giving of inspiration last session was because...
No, Steve and I just switched them, that's all.
Yeah.
No. That's okay. I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah, no worries. So it seems to be that despite your efforts to sway the crowd so far, it seems like it's having the reverse effect. Well, not the reverse effect, but like this guy, Duncan, is winning them over. And at this point, you do see that a few guards that were lingering on the edge, city guards, they were watching nervously, but not ready to intervene. But at this point, you see they're starting to make their way in. And the crowd begins to shout. You hear people asking, like, is this true? Is this true? Is he really one of them? And somebody else, did they kill Richmond? And that kind of thing. Just a lot of various shouts ring out. And then you hear a couple, murderer! He's a murderer! And it's rising in volume. Fingers are pointing. Pamphlets are getting thrown to the ground. Or thrown at you in anger. And with that, a trio of city guards pushes through the throng of people and steps in to try to prevent the mob from rushing you. You can see that they were starting to close in on around your group. But 3 of these guards try to step in. One of them holds up their hand. That's enough! Everyone, calm yourselves! But the crowd does not calm. Yeah. With that, one of the other guards turns towards you, Finwick, and says, You've stirred something ugly here today, and you've got nothing to hide? If you've got nothing to hide, you should speak. Explain yourself right here, right now, to all these people.
That's a fair request. I'll walk in front of all my party, in front of the mob. Actually, I'll walk right up to where this guy is on his soapbox. Slowly, methodically. Do people try to stop me or do they move out of my way?
Oh, now that you're approaching the stage, yeah, it's like one of those slow departs. And you almost got to half push your way through, but you can get your way through. I'm going to say because of the persuasion of 8 as well, the crowd's pretty riled up. 1 or 2 people spit on you, like on your, not like just on your clothes or your pant legs or something as you go by. A couple pamphlets hit you in the face. But yeah, they depart enough for you to get to the box that he's standing on.
May I use your box? I am quite short.
He steps down, lets you up there.
Thank you.
He's like,
I step on the box. I face everybody. My name is Fenwick, and I am of the Order of the Red Lily, a monastery that has existed for thousands of years to provide one service: to understand the passing once we leave this life. We assist anyone who would like to do so peacefully and painlessly, if they so wish. Completely optional, of course. We do not condemn people. We do not judge people. We simply have the means to help them with their last request. As you know, growing up in any of these districts, and I'm looking around for poorer people, some districts less than others, death does not always come well. It is painful. It is suffering. Imagine if you could choose how you went with no pain. This is what we do. I will not apologize for that. We do not search you out. We do not hide in shadows. We do not creep into children's bedrooms. I look at the children. We simply exist like everyone. I am part of this order. I have been for many years. I have seen many people die, some in ways that should never happen for a person. But the people that request it always smile. Thank you. I just get off the box and I walk back.
roll persuasion.
Advantage. You got to give him advantage for that. It was so good.
That was a good speech. So here's the thing. That was an expert. Very good speech. But the crowd is already riled up. I'll give you advantage, but just because your RP was so good. No, I want to, but the crowd is, the DC is slightly higher just because the crowd is angry. But you go for it. Good luck. 15. Okay, I have a chart here, right from the results of 1 up to 25 plus. You got a 15. Okay, so after you speak and you step down from the box, the majority of the crowd seems to quiet down. Whispers begin to replace the shouts. Some people tear up the pamphlet in half and just throw it on the ground. And it's clear that Duncan seems to be losing control of the moment. And with that speech, it looks like you've swayed half the crowd. It was basically probably 90% of the crowd was ready to riot, but you reduced it by half. So about half of them are still on Duncan's side and half have been swayed. That Duncan is spread. You start hearing like, Duncan speaks lies. Clearly he has some personal hatred towards this man. You know, and a bunch of those kind of shouts coming through the crowd. Back and forth. Now the crowd seems to be arguing with the crowd. And with that, one of the guards, as you push back through Fenwick, one of the guards grabs you by the hand, kind of pulls you forward, and he's like, I suggest you and your friends depart this district immediately.
Intention was never to linger. It's an unfortunate incident. I'm sorry you have to deal with this.
And you can clearly see he wants you to leave the district so that order can be maintained here. And he feels like yours and Duncan's presence is just, kindling here for this fire that's about to happen.
Do we? Is this the district we're staying in?
No, you're about to enter that. You're at the crossway point. So
Okay, then we leave the district.
All right.
Where
Well, I
is
leave the
Duncan?
district. My friends can stay and fight if they want.
Where is Duncan in relation to all this happening in our party?
He was up at, at the center stage as such, but
So away from our party.
oh yeah, there was a full crowd in between you guys. And with that, he's just clearly frustrated with that, and he's basically running around trying to re-rally the people that are tearing up pamphlets and stuff, but now the guards are also rushing to him and commanding that he leave to try to keep the peace. So it looks like they're forcing him out of here.
Okay.
But you make your way, I guess, if you leave, into the district, and you're heading back to your Lust Light Lounge to rest up. Is that the plan?
Yeah, gonna hit up the brothel.
That's the brothel.
Get my bro all cleaned up for his date.
So much for keeping a low profile.
But
Not your
I'd rather
fault,
handle that.
Finwick. Yeah, you handled it very well.
It truly doesn't look like it bothered me at all.
I don't think anything bothers him.
Okay. Yeah, that is true. Finwick, one of little emotion.
Stoic.
Okay.
except for one moment during a circus show that has not been talked about yet.
So would just moving on, you just want to head back, assume that you all got your something to eat? You want to time jump to, I guess, Talbot's date?
Am I still under the effects of that perfume?
Okay, so let me think.
How long does that last? You mentioned it, but I can't.
So if you're gonna
No, he didn't tell us.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
So if we time jump until just nightfall, as soon as nightfall starts to happen, it will be wore off by then.
No, I think once we got back to the place, to our room, I think I would want to bring up the Tilde event, but I wouldn't bring it up on the street because I know how Finwick lives his life.
Okay. All right. So assuming you're all in your room, and you probably had to get takeout food, or you're eating good berries or your rations, because they don't serve food in this place, you know. It's not like you get food. The only thing they got in here is
They should like have like a tray of like wine and cheese and like a charcuterie
There's
board.
wine, cheese, whipped cream, and cherries. Yes.
Awesome.
If that's what you want to survive on, by all means.
Yes.
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream. Okay, I'm done.
So if you want to bring it up, you can now before we jump further, because you're all sitting in that room eating whipped cream, cherries, and cheese and wine.
Yeah. Finwick, do you remember at the circus when you kind of ran out?
Yes.
Fancy tilts her head at that.
Can I ask you who Tilde is?
Finwick's sort of eyes sort of widened a bit because he did not hear that being speak at the moment, and so it just looks over to Finwick.
It's okay if it's personal. I feel really chatty today.
Yes, I can see that. Tilde was my wife.
Oh.
I stopped talking. I'm not saying anything else.
End of sentence.
So it's very...
We saw a performance together. similar traveling performers. It reminded me of her. I hadn't seen her. I haven't thought about her. It's history.
Thank you for sharing.
I leave the room. I'm going out for a breath of fresh air.
I'm gonna follow.
I will stay in case you're wondering, see what Talbot does. He sees you sort of go off, and like he just sort of sits there and just sort of like seems just contemplative, but like he just lets you go.
I don't know if you're doing anything else, Eddie. I'll wait.
Oh no, I
I'd
was
like
waiting for you guys
talk
to
Fenwick.
say what happens
Oh,
outside, because
okay.
I assume nobody else is doing anything there.
So we're outside, like, or in like in the hallway, or outside. Where did
It's
you
up to
go,
Fenwick.
I'm just looking for an outside garden-ish area. If there's none of that on the street, then I'm looking for just like a bench or a...
Oh, you won't find a garden worth anything in Gutter's End District. But
No, I didn't figure he would. I'm just looking for an area that's not necessarily inside. It's not necessarily on the street. You know what I'm saying?
There's a bench next to an old, a benched area sitting next to an old well that no longer works.
Then that's where I'm going.
But it's kind of secluded, you know, like it's like away from some of the buildings.
After he sits down, like I'm not gonna like I'll give him a moment, and then I'm gonna come over, and I'm gonna sit quietly on the bench next to him, and I'm gonna see if he gets up and leaves.
You continue to follow me. This is not the first time you've done that.
There's something about you. I don't know what it is. I'm really sorry for your loss. I can't imagine what that would be like. I have never lost anyone close to me. And I'm sorry that my performance brought that out. It must have been something really special to have caught your eye.
Memories are important. It was unexpected.
Memories are important.
Thought about it in a long time. A very long time.
It's good that you remember her. And I know wherever she is, she's keeping an eye on you. I know you don't talk much. Your brother seems to be a bit of the talker.
Yes.
But I'm
He
here.
does.
Yeah. But I'm here if you ever want to talk. And if you don't want to, that's all right too. I know you have your brother and you two are very close, and that's a really good thing. I'm gonna go back inside. You take your time. And I'm gonna just put my hand on his shoulder before I leave.
Roll initiative. No.
Mortal Kombat.
He just grabs your arm, judo flips you, and arm bars you.
It's like, what the hell? I'll go back up inside into the room, and the pictures that Nellie gave me, I'm gonna fold them up very neatly, and I'm gonna put them in my backpack.
Okay. All right. You do so. All right. Anything else before the hot date?
I'll go back in after an amount of time for me to center myself and meditate for a minute. And I'll walk up to Talbot after he's, I'm assuming, cleaned himself up and not looks like he's ready for war. And I'm just gonna sort of clasp him on the back a little bit and say, sometimes it's good to indulge in the good things. And sleight of hand some more cologne on his back.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, I wanted to see what her impression was with that one.
Too bad. All right. So roll sleight of hand and it gets your...
She better love him.
You got to beat
She
his
does
passive
better.
perception. What's your passive perception?
Oh, my passive perception is high. It's 17.
Okay, well that's your DZ. Because your brother got eyes in the back of his head.
He does.
Well, either way, you get sprayed. And you know you got sprayed.
That didn't stop.
Oh my.
Oh, what is that, Finn?
I believe she called it rainwater.
You sprayed your brother with the cologne.
Spritzed.
That's why it was so weird. See, Angus, it's not us. It's that.
That makes a
I
bit more
guess
sense.
she's watching us. I don't.
Didn't we get
Understand.
this after we got here? This happened before the perfume stuff.
What happened before the pure perfume stuff?
The whole affectionate. That's been
That was
affection
just
for-
me, and that was something else. I told you, drop it.
You keep bringing it up.
You keep bringing it up.
While they bicker.
Old married couple over there.
Sort of Talbot sort of leans in, sort of like letting their bickering sort of drown out their little bit few words. It's like,
I understand, and how are
I
you?
whisper into your ear, so hopefully only you can hear. Forgive an old man his indulgence. I just want to see you happy.
I know, and it's been a while since you heard her name, and I know you would have been there if you were able. I'll make this right for you.
Enjoy the night. We may not have many happy ones ahead of us.
I'll make sure that we do.
And then I break away from my brother.
And I leave.
Okay.
While the others bicker.
Oh, Fancy's done.
What are you wearing, Talbot? You don't
I'm-
actually own any.
I don't
probably-
have any nice clothes, so all I've done is just sort of slightly cleaned up a little bit. That's it.
Wait.
Okay.
So
Oh, he's
we
got-
all know, wait. So we all know that he's going on a date, correct?
Hmm,
Well, that was obvious from the
Probably.
Fletcher
Great.
shop.
Wonderful. Okay, so Fancy, I'm gonna come over to you, Talbot, and I'm like, oh no, honey, you cannot go on a date looking like that. Come here, let me fix you up. And I'll call over Jade. I'm sure you got some fancy doodads there. Let's freshen this fella up.
Yeah, okay. Montage scene of.
Makeover.
So while that's happening, I just more like this is too much for me. Angus, I know a good spot. I know a good spot by a well we could sit silently.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I mean, like, Talbot's going to let you guys do whatever. He's going to trust your judgment. So if you guys are doing anything to Talbot, he's just going to let it happen.
So yeah, I figure what we could do is we could, make sure your hair is nice and combed, and you can have it tousled however you want to tousle it. That's fine. Make sure your clothes is clean. I don't know what kind of clothes you have with you, but the best clothes that you have, that's what you're wearing. If Jade has anything that she can use to help make it spiffy, let's do it.
I have all the things in my disguise kit, so a couple of clothing things, and I can prestidigitation, cleanness, as long as he's fine.
Let's do it.
Makeover with the disguise kit. Nice.
I'm not disguising it, but I have to have
know.
like different clothes.
You got concealer in there.
I'm okay to like cut a shirt off and make it halfway sized.
I probably have stage makeup and concealer.
No, we're
in
not
my
making him up.
Shows up looking like Ronald.
like rosy red cheeks. No, just gonna make him look presentable. That he didn't just kind of run through the streets.
Yeah. All right. Well, you two.
Now,
all right, both
do
of
you
you
know
give
how
me
you-
performance checks. Would that be or sleight of hand? I don't know. Probably performance.
Performance, I think, makes the most sense in this case.
I have a disguise kit proficiency.
All right, roll that if you like. Oh my
yeah,
god.
26.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot you're really good at doing makeup. All
I
right.
know what I'm doing.
All right, so Jade, you help out a little with the disguise kit to cover up a few blemishes and different things. But it seems like Fancy's circus makeup that she whips out, her different doodads that she has, really kind of takes the cake in this instance. And yeah. Okay.
All right. So, what are you gonna say to her? You gotta be charming. Sweep her off her feet.
Well, I mean, she's tall, so that should be easy enough with those long legs.
So
think
you
she
had to look
already
at her
likes him.
legs.
She already likes him though.
Yeah. So he's got that going for him, which is good. But I mean, he's got to put a little bit of something in.
Well, she wanted to hear some adventuring tales, so I think I have some from like our some recent events. So
All right.
yeah, I think
If the
So,
night goes well, he'll put a little bit of something in.
So I'm gonna say, all right. Well, pretend I'm
Gonna
her,
fill her
and you're-
quiver.
and you're gonna tell me a story. So tell me a story, just like you would tell her, and I'll see if it passes or if we need to embellish it a little bit.
Oh, no. I'd much rather just. No, it would be weird.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Like,
All right. All right. Well, don't be afraid, to embellish a little bit.
At this point,
Make
you
it
realize you're going to be late if you don't leave now.
I've got to go. I guess. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
You're gonna do great.
As he pushes you at the door and you're putting last-minute adjustments on him. You dash out the door. Okay, well, you make your way. Okay, I'm just going to share this image again just for the sake, even though she's not wearing that, but, just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
and what was the last name? Was it Leatherbolt?
No. What was it? Give me 1 second here. Leather Leaf.
Leather Leaf. I wasn't that far off.
Yara, Leather Leaf. The moon hangs low and silver in the sky. Its pale light filtering through swaying branches onto the winding stone path. At each step, the cobbles are warmed by the soft glow of floating orbs and lanterns strung overhead. Tiny points of light that flicker like fireflies. Fragrant blossoms line the walkway, their petals glowing faintly beneath the enchanted light. The air is hushed except for the gentle rustle of vines weaving around carved wooden arches. At the entrance to the Starlight Dance Pavilion stands Yara Leatherleaf. She is framed by tendrils of blooming vines that wind down around the archway, their delicate flowers brushing her shoulder. Her long, dark hair shimmers almost like moonlight itself as it tumbles down her back. Her simple silver circlet rests upon her brow, setting off the graceful curve of her elven ears. Her eyes vibrant and warm, she turns to you with a look of genuine delight. She wears a fitted deep green gown, embroidered with tiny leaf motifs. The fabric almost seems to drift around like a soft breeze, and in the lamplight her skin takes on a golden hue as she stands tall and graceful, an embodiment of the forest's quiet beauty. Beyond her, the pavilion's open-air dance floor gleams like polished glass. Carved wooden arches support drapes that flutter with each passing wind. Strings of enchanted lights and floating orbs illuminate the scene, casting a gentle glow amongst the mirrored floor. And in the distance, there's a harpist's soft medley drifting through the trees. And you see her leaning there up against the edge.
So I see her there. Talbot, obviously a bit flustered. It's like, you look lovely. I feel quite underdressed, but especially next to you.
And as you approach, she seemed a little, as you were approaching from a distance, she seemed a little nervous. That's what you pick up on. But once you get close to her,
smelling range.
Within smelling range, you notice that worry seems to fade away. And she says, well, you don't... You look fine. Thank you for coming. You arrived just in time, as she looks up at the moon. This place, it holds a kind of magic, doesn't it? Every breeze seems to carry a promise of wonder. I'm so glad you wanted to join me.
Oh, thank you for asking. And yes, you're right. This place is quite lovely.
She gestures for you to follow her as she's heading over towards a plush seating area just beyond the arches. Please, Tal, come this way. The benches here are more comfortable than they look, and you'll have a perfect view of the dancers.
Oh, yes. This looks great.
So she glides forward, leading you to a cozy nook at the edge of the pavilion. Soft cushions in deep forest green and dusty gold, lined low wooden benches carved with vine motifs, that kind of stuff. There's a small tables of polished oak, each topped with flickering lantern and a fresh bouquet of lilies and stuff like that. From here you can see the central dance floor. It's a gleaming polished surface that reflects the moonlight above. And in the center of the pavilion, a couple float across the floor as if on air. Their movements are graceful and unhurried, as lanterns, lights, and floating orbs twinkle along with the music, and it just highlights their dance. And almost like a faint trail of starlight in their wake as they go. There's clearly some types of enchantments that are placed upon this area, making the dance floor all that much better. Well, there's something irresistibly magical about watching people dance beneath these lights, isn't there?
Yeah, I've never been much of a dancer myself, but I love to see others.
Well, and you just sit there for a moment and watching the performance for a few seconds, and then she says, well, now that we're getting comfortable and settling in here, I must ask, what grand adventures have you been on that you would like to tell me? That would, tell me something about yourself.
Oh, yes, you wanted some stories. Here's a tale. It happened recently. We're traveling to find a rare flower said to have healing properties. So we traveled through the wilds and through rain showers of salt water. This is probably what you smelled on me when we first met. And we fought against this woman made of water and her minions. It was a difficult fight. To be honest, I almost didn't make it. But to Fenwick, he landed a devastating blow against blow, and he forced the enemies to retreat. And in the end, we won, and we found the flower.
All of that for a flower.
An important flower to save someone important.
Oh, I ask who the important one is that you would risk your life for?
My father, he's very sick.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So, are you to bring the flower to some type of alchemist?
Well, it's something I'm working on myself. Something I've been studying for a while. I'm hoping to. It's okay. We can talk about other things, but I have another story for you, maybe.
Oh, very well. Before you go on, though, I would like to mention that have you met the alchemist in the city?
I don't believe so.
At the Sage Bloom Cauldron, Tavin Waldhart. He's quite good. If you're looking to make something, I'm sure he could help.
Oh, yes. Him I did, right. I forgot. Alchemist. But yes, I did meet him. He was quite helpful.
Oh,
Do you know him?
really? He was helpful. I'm surprised. Yes. I knew him growing up. He's quite difficult to be around. I'm surprised he agreed to help you, but he knows a lot when it comes to that. Obsessively so.
Yes, he seemed quite knowledgeable, but not the biggest people person, but still, his help was invaluable. So, he has my thanks.
Well, enough about him.
Yes, as I said, another story. So, a friend of mine was recently lost, kidnapped. So, we had to go and find her. We interrogated some bad people, and we eventually found her imprisoned in a workshop full of living machines. She'd already freed herself by the time we got there, but we still had to fight our way out. There was this giant killer machine that emerged from the wall, but he just sort of thinks for a moment. It was no match for Finwick. He flew through the air and he struck a fatal blow on the machine. It's really thanks to him that we all survived that fight.
I can't help notice in both your stories you praise up Finwick as some type of, I don't know, hero.
Well, he is a hero. I mean, there's legends about him.
Oh, I've not heard of any legends. But
Well, here, maybe you've heard this. So, Finwick, he...
I'd like to hear about you. I'm not worried about
Me, I'm
glad you speak so kindly of Finwick. And what is he to you again?
He's my brother. I mean, he's amazing. He does so much for me, and I'd do anything to save him. I mean, help him. But, yeah, I know, I'm sorry, I'm ruining this. Here, let me tell you another story. It's not about him.
I think that's enough stories.
Oh, are you sure? I have one more, maybe?
Okay, go on.
It's about, a halfling. normal by most accounts, expert fisherman and forager. He's braver than most halflings. And he traveled further into the wilds to find the best fishing holes and foraging spots. The truth of it is that he spent most of his days asleep by a secret fishing spot with a fishing line tied around his toe. And he had a loving wife, Tildy. They had a baby on the way. In order to prepare for the upcoming child, he decided to go to a trading town, mostly humans, elves, dwarves, earlier than the usual time of year to offload some goods and pick up some supplies. That night, in the local tavern, this halfling spotted a cloaked stranger sitting in a dark corner, eyeing them. After that, things got a little hazy. The halfling remembers cackling, a dark room, pain, mumbling, and then just waking up outside the town. He eventually made his way home, not really sure of what happened. Weird marks on his skins, carvings, bite marks. Then there were changes. Slow at first, then cravings. The halfling knew he had to leave, keep his family safe. He left a note that he would be back when he found a cure. But he never came home.
You can see she's very captivated with this story. And she says, I keep referring to the halfling. Are you the halfling?
Oh, no, it's just a story that, just sort of got passed down. Like, I heard from my father, and I know we were talking about him earlier, and I just remembered it. Sorry, I sort of meant to tell something else, and it just sort of came to mind.
Okay. Well, it's a beautiful story. Well, tragic, but I wanted stories to know a little more about you. Okay. Talbot. She stands up, extends her hand to you. Will you join me? And she's motioning towards the dance floor. Come, let us dance.
Of course.
Okay, so as you rise, you step onto the polished floor. The couple nearest you sways in time with the harp's gentle melody, and the enchanting lights are kindling around you. I'd like you to roll performance, please.
Okay. This is going to go poorly, and I'm all for it. Wait. Oh, I thought it was going to be in that one for a moment.
Okay. I would consider that a moderate success. Go. You and Yara step onto the dance floor, and you do your best to match your steps to the music. Your rhythm is steady, but not perfect. Occasionally you stumble over a beat or nearly lose her hand as you pivot. Still, you recover smoothly, and Yara adjusts gracefully, guiding you back into sync with the music. The enchanted lights flicker gently above, enhancing each of your moves. Though your steps are not flawless, they possess warmth and sincerity. And she laughs softly when you nearly misstep, spinning into your arms once more. The magic of the pavilion lends a forgiving glow, and the other dancers glance your way, smiling at your good-natured effort. As the melody winds down, she gives you an encouraging nod and brushes a stray lock of hair behind her ear. Talbot, that was charming. You move with honesty, and that means more than perfect steps.
I did forewarn you I'm not much of a dancer, but thank you for your honesty, I suppose. I mean, you're lovely. I just follow your lead.
Yes. Well, I appreciate your kind words. And she kind of like smiles at what you had to say, and she seemed generally pleased. She didn't expect you to be an amazing dancer or anything, but you know, you did all right. You held your own.
Yeah.
And with that, she says, "It's getting late. I should be going, but I'm grateful you came here with me."
Thank you. This was a lovely night. Perhaps another time.
Roll persuasion for me.
Let's see here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see.
Okay.
7.
Okay. And I slightly bumped up the DC because during that time you did not ask her one thing about herself.
Nope.
You're the type of guy that went on a date and talked about yourself the entire time.
I didn't even talk about myself. I talked about my brother. That's worse.
She says,
Hey, I'm playing up this guy who has negative charisma, so...
Yeah, she's like, yeah, well, I'm very busy, but the moment I have some free time, we'll definitely meet up again.
Of course. Well, thank you again for the lovely evening.
Good night, Talbot. Take care.
Good night.
And she spins around, gives you a polite smile, and leaves. Now, it wasn't going to be a high DC, but 7 was pretty poor.
Oh, trust me, I love that. That was the result. So, I love it.
All right. So I guess you return back to the...
I returned back.
It's funny if she shadowed you and watched you go back to the brothel.
I don't think she's that interested. That would be hilarious if she did.
Oh my god.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. And we have our own private quarters there too. Anyway, or is it one big room? I can't
It's
remember.
one big room for all of you.
Okay.
But there's lots of cushions and a massive bed and...
Right.
All right. So, Talbot returns. I guess probably, I don't know if anybody would still be awake when he returns or not. But otherwise, we can roleplay that out, or we can move on. It's up to you.
So,
I'm just meditating on a cushion, and when he walks in, I'm just gonna open an eye, look at him, nod, and go back to what I was doing.
sort of gives a nod. Sort of just looks at, like, a weak smile, and then sort of like goes off. Starts like rummaging through his things and that. Takes out his supplies.
Okay.
Just sort of like looks at them for a while, just seeing what he has there. And right now, everyone else is asleep. Besides, like, you know, his brother, who's sort of like quietly meditating.
I would say Fancy's probably asleep nearby.
Okay.
I guess it'd be a cult.
He looks at his supplies and just takes them and goes out of the room.
Okay.
He is going to leave the brothel and is going to try and find just some secluded area.
Benches by the
outside.
well.
Yeah, by the well.
It's a good spot.
It's a good spot. Yeah. Sort of like, at this time, I'm guessing there's like barely anyone, if anyone, around in this area, especially this area of town.
Yeah, the occasional at night. Only the occasional person comes through. Actually, the thought comes across. If you do see somebody, they're shady, and they, you know what I mean. Like you're basically downtown and the roughest part of the city at night by yourself, sitting by a well.
Yeah, well, he wants to go to a spot that, like, he is like alone.
Yeah,
like,
definitely
out of
alone.
sight.
But I'm just saying, anybody. There's that vulnerability that sets in, like, okay, I'm in, yeah. Okay.
Well, he wants to find an area that's a little bit more enclosed. Probably not the open well, then.
Some alleyway or something, or an old...
Yep. Alleyway is fine.
Yeah.
But he's going to find an area there, and he is going to... The sample he created before. He is going to look at it, quickly go through his notes that he made regarding it. Looking at his notes, he's going to take a few more samples of the white lily and wants to try and improve upon that in seclusion.
Okay, so
I don't know.
Roll an alchemy.
What did we roll for this before? It was alchemy, right? Yes.
Your alchemy skill with +2.
Right.
+2 bonus.
Okay. +2.
And again, it takes almost 3 hours of time. But I mean, at this point, it was only like 10 p.m., so you'd be out 11 till, you'd be back by 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So.
I want to use my inspiration. I do. I'm going to re-roll that.
Well, it would have been a fun outcome. Wish you would have kept it.
Yeah, you might still get it.
Or not.
Is that nat 20?
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously? It
I rolled a
from,
nat
it
20.
went from being something epically bad to a nat 20.
Hey, this might still be bad, but...
Well, it's hard for you to roll nat 20 and say it's bad, but...
well, you might... We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You seem to be in this alleyway tinkering with stuff in a dark alleyway. Using a little bit of light source from the street outside for many hours. You run your experiments, and everything seems to align. You manage somehow to get the temperature right, reaction time, the dosage, things like that. The liquid seems to like glow in the moonlight, faintly. You didn't see that reaction before. Okay. You feel like... I don't want to say too much on the surface here, but you feel like you had a major breakthrough with this.
Okay.
This is by far... you feel like you got it locked down. You're pretty confident.
So with this, seeing this, like... Yes. This is it. With that, he's going to take what he just mixed, pour it into a syringe. I promise I'd save you, and I will. And he injects it directly into his arm.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. All right. So as you inject this into your arm, everything, your vision just starts going flashing, bright, dull. Just your whole sensory system is overloaded, and then it all kind of balances out, and you feel different. It's hard to explain, but you feel like you have a heightened sense of awareness of things around you. Like from the rat scurrying far down the alleyway that you normally would not notice. You can like almost hear it eating something and chomping on something and its feet scurrying across. And you hear somebody snoring from another alleyway down the road, and then that just snaps and goes away for a moment.
Okay, and as he's sort of taking that in, he's going to take another empty syringe, and in another area of his arm, he's going to withdraw some of his own blood and put it into, and just sort of store that aside.
Okay. All right, you do that, and as you put the needle in, it's like, even though your heightened senses are just fading away, it's like you can feel the puncture of the needle, and like you can almost like hear the blood being drawn out of you for a moment, but then that fades away just as you fill up the syringe of your own blood.
Won't be much longer now. And he sort of lost all sense of time in this moment there now, but once this is said and done, and I don't know, do the senses sort of dull down, or do they sort of remain intense?
Oh, they dull down at this point.
Okay.
And you feel weird, your whole body starts you get sweaty, it's starting to shake a little, but enough that you can keep it cool, but it's how somebody gets sweaty and shakes when they're on the verge of sickness? Like they're ready to throw up or something. Your body is essentially like that. You feel like something is going on inside your body, but you're not sure what. It feels weird and numbing and cold sweats, and you don't know.
It means it's working. That's what it means. And with that sort of high that he has, he will return to the brothel.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
Yeah, you get there. You're lucky I didn't mug you.
Yeah, I knew that was a possibility, but once again,
it's fine. I'm feeling generous. I will not mug you with a group of thugs, but all right. So does everyone go to sleep and wake up the next morning? Is that fair to say?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So early the next morning, you all wake up inside of this place, and yeah, bright and early. I'm just going to change the daylight here, but the this place is pretty quiet in the mornings. During all night long, you hear sounds coming from other rooms and people going up and down the hallways outside of your door, and certain other sounds which I will not describe that you can expect to hear in a brothel. But early morning, it's pretty dead quiet here. And you all wake up. And you know you have an appointment today.
Yeah.
Early and bright and early in the morning.
But we're all awake, and Talbot's back.
Yep, Talbot's there.
Yep.
Just making sure.
Oh yeah.
All
Talbot's
right.
there.
Unless GM says otherwise.
No, you
So
just
just
wake
kinda
up and you notice that his bed, that part of the bed that he curled up and slept on, is just covered in sweat, like way too much sweat that would have is normal. So he's looking a bit dehydrated, and also it's a lot of dead skin, like your skin, like as if you had super. Despite all your sweating, you got a lot of you shedded a lot of your skin, like somebody who you know how like somebody got dry feet and they scrape it off one of those scrapers and it leaves like that dry skin residue.
Oh yeah.
Like when you got, yeah, it's like that, but it's like all
It
over
was
the
like
bed.
the sunburn when the skin comes off a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit of that and a bit of just like dried up skin and like it's not so much that the skin is dried up. It's more just like a lot of your skin flaked off. Yeah, like the sunburn kind of stuff.
See, now I don't know if I should ask him about his date or if he's okay. Okay. So, how was your date?
Oh, okay, I think.
You think? Well, did she invite you to her place, or are you hooking up again?
Oh, no, I think it was just a one-time thing.
Oh. Well, that's all right. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Yeah, don't worry, it all worked out.
Well, as long as you have fun. Also, are you feeling okay? You look a little bit, peakish.
Never better.
All right.
But thank you for your help yesterday. And,
Don't think anything of it. I was just trying to help friends.
oh, yeah, but... Oh, no, I'm talking about with Finn, like, with that crowd. I mean, I saw how you sort of put yourself between him and the crowd.
Oh, yeah. That was nothing.
No, it was something. Thank you.
Anytime.
Anyone
I'm
else?
gonna
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get up and get my gear together, and just look. So we're going to head over to Rune Forge's place.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. See what he has in store for us. Send us on another adventure.
I think this is our last night here, right?
No, this was your first night here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's your first.
Yeah, this
night.
is our first night. Yeah, this is our first night. You're right.
Yeah, so you're good to stay here the following night. You'll basically, after you're done in 2 nights' time with the gala, then you'll have to find a new place.
Okay.
All right, so I assume you're going to eat rations or some good berries or something and hit the road bright and early. It's probably 6 a.m. at this point.
Whipped cream and berries.
More cheese, wine, whipped cream, and
and
berries.
cheese and wine.
And grapes.
Oh my.
It's delicious.
I'm just eating a piece of jerky from my bag.
I wave a pot of cream at him. It's real delicious. Do you want to try some?
I just keep chewing my jerky and keep on walking.
All right. Suit yourself.
Before joining the others, Talbot's going to pull Finwick to one side.
Oh, I was going to do the same to you, so this works out.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so you go first.
Once everybody's gone a little bit ways ahead, you didn't look sick when you came home from your date.
No,
But I can tell something happened to you last night after.
Oh, yes, something happened. I did it. I promised I was going to help you, and I finally did it. And he's sort of going to reach into his belongings and sort of take out the vial. With this, you can finally live a normal life. Here, this is just the first. And he's going to take like the vial of his own blood that he withdrew the night before and put it into a syringe and come over to Finn to try to, like, not even asking, he's going to just try and inject it.
I'm not going to stop him.
Okay. So I'll be injecting Finwick.
I need you to roll your alchemy for me. Again. Because I told you it was going to be...
Oh, I know. Oh, did I just roll?
You rolled a 1, and then it...
Oh, why were there 2 rolls?
Oh, because halfling.
Ah, right.
Okay.
Okay. It's still a bad roll.
Okay. All right. So, as I mentioned to you before, the first set of tests were for just testing it without, like, in the vials and concocting it. But now is the second stage of doing human trials as such. And, so... Because once you start mixing what you think is perfect with human DNA, things could change, right? So, with a result of 9, you slip the needle in with practice ease, but what blooms beneath the skin is anything but ordinary. White and crimson veins begin to shimmer faintly beneath Fenwick's flesh, spiraling out from the injection site like living vines. Your eyes drift shut as a barrage of flashing red and white colors for 12 seconds before they subside.
It shouldn't have had that reaction. Are you okay?
DM?
Okay. Mechanically, you have disadvantage on intellect and wisdom saving throws due to the mental strain that you feel that this has caused you. However, there is one positive thing that I will send you.
Fine.
I think I still have a few kinks to work on, but sorry, I just got so excited. I mean, last night I was just so inspired, and I couldn't wait. I mean, we've been trying to do this for so long, but how are you? How do you feel?
I just put my hand on your shoulder and you did good. Let's go with the others. We'll see if there's any long-term changes.
Yes, it's the first step, but it's a good first step.
Okay. So as these 2 halflings catch up to you all, as you probably exited the building, get out to the street, turn around, be like, where are the halflings? And a moment later...
Doing drugs, like usual.
Drugs!
Yeah, shooting
typical
up
halfling
as
stuff.
usual. And then they burst out through the door. You do all notice that Fenwick now has white and crimson veins that are shimmering on his flesh. And they're like
shimmering.
And they spiral out like vines. Yep. They got like a faint shimmer to them with the sunlight. Essentially, it's like those reflective things when the light hits.
To be fair, you would see this maybe from neck to ear, maybe on my back of my hands to fingers. I don't show a lot of skin.
Yeah, so it's just that little bit of skin, but Anywho, I guess you continue on.
You look different.
I just walked past you.
Yup. Definitely different. But still the same. Shakes her head.
Okay, well, with the power walking from Fenwick and the rest of you, you all make it to the district. You, as you round the corner into the stone-paved alley of Iron Brace Row, the first thing you see is the Arden's Forge of Legends. Its reinforced iron doors and carved stonework show strength and grandeur. Twin lanterns flicker above the doorway. I guess at this point in the morning you probably wouldn't be going. But either way, and you just see the big nameplate above the door. And you see a lot of different reliefs of dragons, champions, and epic duels that are just beautifully carved into the wall of the building itself and the door. But the heroic ambience is undercut by the sight of a pile of dark green-clad bodies slumped at the doorstep. 8 figures, bruised, bloodied, and unconscious or worse. They're all tangled together like discarded laundry. Dagger hilts jut from belts and boots, some snapped or bent, and a few have scorch marks across their tunics, and others wear fresh dents in their armor. And one twitches slightly with a groan, but otherwise they all lie still, piled up outside the door. The door to the forge is slightly ajar, and a faint orange glow and a rhythmic clang and a hiss of metalworking echoes from within.
Do they look like the pile of bodies is just do they look like bandits or?
Essentially, yeah. To the rest of you, you all kind of the attire and the color looks pretty familiar. Of the Pincer Posse. If you remember, they are the ones who were on the ship and met you on the island.
Yeah.
And if you recall, they all used daggers. And a lot of these scattered daggers are scattered around the ground, bent, cracked off. Or some of them still got a lot of daggers strapped to them. And plus the same colored green attire that they're all matching with. You put two and two together.
I'm gonna really pay them no mind and just head into the forge.
Okay. You had power on in. Everybody else going in with them?
Yep.
All right. As you step in, Arden doesn't even look up from the workbench as you enter. Bare chest, streaked with soot, red beard singed at the ends, and a pair of not thongs, a pair of tongs in one hand and a glowing blade in the other. So I will just quickly... As you come in, you see him smithing in the back without even looking at you all. He just says, "I'll be with you in a minute." All right. And a brief moment goes by. He walks his way over. Oh, you made it. You made it, lad. Glad you could be here.
You said you had a job for us today, so.
Yeah, I hope you didn't step in any of the bodies littered outside. Hope the trash man comes and takes them away.
It seems like you had some visitors earlier today, I take it.
Ah, yeah. All of them, a bunch of wee gobshites. They called themselves the Pincer Posse. They strutted in here talking about protection money. Said they'd be taking my blades if I did not pay. And he smashes his hammer with a thunderous clang. So, I protect it myself.
Foolish men try to take blades from dwarves, I tell you that.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? I warned them. I gave them a chance. Twice even. Third time I introduced them to old Bertha. And he pats a massive soot-blackened maul up against the wall. Yeah, she doesn't like threats, but she loves bones, though. Makes a right fine music when they crack.
Just chuckle.
That's true.
Yep.
What job do you have for us?
All right, the business. Okay. All right, let's see. All right. Deep in the Razor Cat Peaks lies a cliffside cavern where storm spirits nest. Inside, there's a rare crystal cluster. It's fed on wind and lightning. The locals, they call it Heart of Thundercrag. I need enough pieces. A few to fill this. And he reaches under the bench and sets down a heavy, rune-etched metal container, roughly the size of a bread box. And it's lined with leather and embedded with some type of magical glyphs.
So you need us to go and retrieve this for you?
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. It's the key to forging a storm-tempered shield. And I've got orders stacking higher than a frost giant's backside. So problem is, the path's all cursed rock and the cave ain't empty. The Stormkin don't share well, if you know what I mean.
I'll look back at the rest of the group. What do you think?
I think we can handle this.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Seems like we're on board.
Ah, good. Yeah, okay. Not too much hesitation there. One more thing. Those creatures are born of thunder and cloud. Lightning. Your regular blades, they'll just bounce right off them like they're butter knives on a stone slab. Oh, you'll probably need this. And he stomps over to a reinforced chest, locks it with a twisting iron key, and retrieves a clunky stone censer shaped like a hammerhead. And as he chants in Dwarvish, thick, pungent smoke wafts out, smelling of brimstone, granite dust. And he moves to each of you and says, "Alright, whatever your weapon of choice is, hold it out in front of you." And he steps to Fancy first.
I normally use magic, but I'm guessing you're looking for the steel kind. Yeah?
Yeah.
Take out my sword.
Alright, he dips a pair of blacksmith tongs into the censer, pulling out glowing, essentially pulling out like a magical rune that just floats in between the thongs. It's like tongs. It's like a glowing kind of. It's like literally picking up a type of magical energy that's like looks very earth-like and stone with a bit of like moltenness to it, and it's just burning in the air. And with practiced precision, he presses them into the surface of your blade. And that rune then attaches to the blade and then fades into it. And you just see a ripple of earthen energy spread across your blade. With a hint
Very
of
fancy.
orange veins going through it as well.
Okay.
Alright. He goes over to Angus. What do you got? Your mace?
I got my mace, yeah.
He does the same thing to your mace. Talbot.
My hand crossbow that's wrist-mounted.
Crossbow, okay. And Jade does the same thing with her crossbow, and then comes to you, Fenwick.
Just gonna put it in my fist.
He looks down at your fists, looks back at you. Oh, you're one of those, are you? Are you one of them drunken masters?
Nothing drunken about me. But my fists do the damage, if that's what you're wondering. And pain is not an issue.
Oh, I like this one. This one's cold. Looks like he could stare down the 9 hells, huh? Alright. What the hell? And he looks, he puts his goggles down over his eyes and leans in now, and you can clearly see he's investigating what these white veins, reflective veins are on your face and your hands as you extended them. Oh. You're not right, are you, boy?
That's subjective.
But that ain't my business. Alright, gonna get these wraps here. And you got your hands wrapped up, right?
Oh, yeah, always.
Yes. So the on the fist part, the back of your palm or whatever, back of your hand, he takes it and he puts it, and it like for a brief moment it kind of burns for a second, but then it just settles into it, and he says, "All right, there you go." And now you got this like kind of earthy, magical glow about your wraps, with a little bit of orangey, almost like molten veins running through them.
Yeah.
All right. That'll let you strike true. They'll feel like stone in your hands and hit like a bloody landslide, but the enchantment won't hold forever. You've got pretty much till the end of the day, so don't dawdle chasing butterflies. Get there, fill the container with crystals, and get back.
It'll be done.
Alright. You guys know how to get there?
No clue.
He looks around all of you.
Nope.
Alright, well that would have been a good question to ask, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess it would have.
Alright. Well, good luck trying to explain that in plain speech. The path twists and the goat trails and dead valleys and storm-blasted paths don't stay the same week to week. Oh my, even I would get turned around without a proper chart. He points to the door. Head on over to the rune-marked atlas, just across the way. Ask Willa, she's a bright lass, if a bit nosy, and tell her to set you up with a trail map to the Thundercrag Cavern. And tell her to put it on my tab. She knows the one.
Thundercrag. What did you say?
Cavern.
Yeah, okay.
The Thundercrag Cavern.
That's right.
And what was the person's name she said?
It was Willa
Okay.
at the rune-marked atlas.
All right, we'll head over there and get on our way.
All right.
Thanks again, Arjun.
Well, I just hope you make it back in one piece. It wouldn't sit well with me knowing I sent the Lightforged lad out to his death,
You should know better to think that a Lightforged will die that easy.
Yeah. I like you, lad. I like you. And as you're going out the door, he says, "Oh, now that damn map is going to cost me more than a few teeth. So don't fold it, burn it, or God help you spill ale on it."
I'll keep it safe.
All right. So you all leave and head on out there. Okay. Well, I'm just looking at the time. Okay, so you head across to the Rune-Mark Atlas. So this place, let me close off this image over here of this guy. All right, the exterior of this place is charming. It's an old world design with a facade of stone and wood. And the shop sign is intricately carved with images of maps and compasses that hang above the entrance. And the windows display a selection of beautifully crafted maps and explorer gear. And you notice that even some of the maps that are on display in the windows, they seem to glow with faintly magical runes and different writing on them. And brass bells jingle as you enter, and you come inside. And inside the shop is a treasure trove for adventurers. The walls are lined with wooden shelves filled with neatly rolled maps, atlases, explorer tools. The center of the room features a large oak counter where customers can view and purchase maps, looking glasses, and other items. And behind the counter, a large wooden table is used for designing these maps. And other than that, you see this dwarven lady, which I will now share an image of. Yep. Okay. Oh, so much.
This is all you, Angus.
All right. So, as you step in, she says, "Oh, hello there. Hello. Come on over here. I'll be right with you." And she
Hello.
motions for you to sit down.
Yeah, I'll go sit down.
She's coming over. She says, a blank map is just a promise waiting to be fulfilled. How can I help you?"
Ardent Runeforge sent us over.
We're looking for a map for the heart of, or for Thunder Crag Cavern.
Hardin sent you, hey? Oh, yeah. You must be the next troop trying to go out to gather some reagents for him, huh?
Yeah, that would be us.
Ooh, okay.
How many are there
Okay.
of these troops?
You can see she's just, as she's going by, looking through some of her maps for the specific map you're looking for. You don't even need to roll an insight. You could see with that, it was kind of like, ooh, there's, I don't know. Well, you can roll insight if you want. Just roll insight. She just had a weird expression, unless your insight can pick up on it. I'll give you a bit more details. Anyone who cares to pick up on her facial expression.
13.
I will not.
With that, I'll just say you just got the impression that when she said that well, it seems like the majority of people don't return. Like, as in, like, you're doomed. Your fate might be doomed.
Okay.
She's just like, yep, okay, well, Thunder Crag Cavern, huh? Okay. Put it on his tab, you say?
Mm-hmm.
He does this a lot. You know, one of these days, somebody's going to come in and say that. And, you know, I won't have any proof, and then when I go to him for payment and put it on his tab, he's going to get quite mad at me. But, you know what? I don't think anyone would cross him, to be honest. Nobody
Do
knew.
you buy maps?
No. Oh, yes. Oh, certainly, I buy maps. Well,
Talbot,
as long as
the
they're...
map to the flowers.
Oh, so you're going to hand him that map?
I'm asking Talbot.
Oh.
I guess I don't require it any further, so I will hand it over.
Ooh.
This map will lead you to a very special white lily.
She looks at it,
Properties.
and she... I recognize the area. I don't have that area charted as such. I could certainly convert this into something more of my standards. Intriguing. Yes, I will purchase this from you. How much would you like for it?
I'm just trying to think now how much. Now, I wasn't charged for it, but I think he would have asked for 150 gold for it. So, yeah, I'll mention 150 gold.
She's, Oh, no, that's far too much. And the amount of work and hours I'll have to put in to get this up to our standards. 75 gold.
A credit for future maps we might need.
Persuasion check. As we do some bartering.
Yeah.
I'm not very persuasive.
Yeah, no, and Talbot is not making a check. He's just good with whatever right now. He's just riding a high.
No, time the amount of money I have to put in gold into this to get the enchanted inks to apply to this and to verify its legitimacy. Yeah, I don't want to go above 75.
I think that's fine.
Alright, she takes the map, hands you 75 gold. And, yeah, with that, you are handed, in addition to the gold, Angus, you are handed a map. This is a Runeforge map. You open it up and have a look at it.
Yep.
You see now that the map is a map unlike you've ever seen before. It literally has a magical indicator of where you are. And yeah, the map is highly detailed and clearly a magical map of some type. But it displays enough of the area to where you want to go. And she points the part on the map that's where it is. She's like, would you like me to set your destination on there, or would you just like to leave it open?
You can set the destination, sure. I look very intrigued on what she's doing.
All right. You lay it on the table. She goes over. She gets an ink and quill, and as she dips the ink into the quill of this liquid, as she pulls it out, it's just the liquid just flows slower than it should with gravity, and also has a kind of yellowish kind of glow to it as it streaks across and then hardens on her quill. And then she puts it to the paper, and she does this weird runic glyph on it, writing, and then it just fades into the paper, and then it lights up a moment later, and she's like, well, there you go. It is now marked. This map will guide you there. Even a fool will be able to find their way there. You have no worries of getting lost.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so the map will essentially work like a GPS. It shows where you are at all times, and the direction you're kind of facing, and your thing is there. You know, now that it's marked, it literally highlights where you need to go.
That's pretty convenient.
Very nice.
Well, thank you very much. I promise to bring it back in one piece.
Oh, you're going to return it? Well, yes, well, I would like it back, yeah, if you don't have further use for it. Return it to me, and, yeah, and Arden will, get half his money back.
Very well.
All right. So with that, you now have this magical map that will require no survival checks along this treacherous journey. And you sold them your other map for some sweet coin. But otherwise,
Hey, we weren't going back there. I thought that would be a good opportunity.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the best place to sell it. All right. And so, as you're departing, she just says, oh, well, if you're heading there and you're a group of adventurers and you're ever heading anywhere outside of the city, if you stop in here and let me know first, if it's a place that I do not have charted as such, and you're willing for me to attach an apprentice to mark the trail and join your party, I will pay you for such efforts.
Oh?
Yes.
What kind of rate do you have for these kinds of things?
Well, it depends on what I would assess as the danger level associated with whatever journey you are going on. But, well, we're talking gold to platinum. And my apprentice is fairly capable of holding their own. But just so you know, they tend to not endanger themselves. But they do their best to not be a burden at the same time. They're all
Good.
skilled
Keep that in mind.
adventurers and survival experts. It's an easy way to make gold.
Yes.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. And you head on out the door. All right. Well, I assume there's nothing else in the city you want. You're just going to hit the road and following the map into the Thunder Crag Caverns. Is that the plan?
That's the
I
plan.
believe so.
Yep.
That's
All
the
right.
plan.
Since it's 12 o'clock, I think we should end it there. All right, everybody. The next episode will be here on the screen if it's available at this time. Otherwise, if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the adventure. Share this with your friends if you want to help this channel grow. And as always, stay in the light.